everybody, Christine here. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, hello. If you are new, can you please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to press the notification bell, then you'll be notified when I upload one of my wonderful videos. And can you please give this video a thumbs up, guys, because it really does help me out. Now, as you can see, I've got all my brushes in front of me. Okay, so we're doing a video about brushes. It'd be all to do with brushes. So I've got acrylic brushes here, detail brushes, application brushes, ombre brushes, all of the brushes that I've got. I've also got some new ones which are in front of me as well, but I'll show you those after we go through these. So I'm going to show you how I clean them, how I look after them, where I store them, also how I recondition them and keep them all nice like my acrylic brushes. So yeah, it's just all about brushes, because I do see when I watch videos, some people struggle with how to keep their brushes clean and they end up throwing away brushes, or they're not using brushes the right way. But this is how I do it. Okay, now I very rarely throw a brush away. Not anymore anyway, not how I clean them and look after them now. So even if I can, well, I'll show you what I do, and you know, if it can help some of you out there, that would be amazing and that would really make me happy. So yeah, I just thought I'd do this video, and a few people have asked me as well how I store them and how I look after them. So yeah, I just thought this would be a great video to do. So as you can see, all the brushes are in front of me. Okay, so I'm just going to move them all to one side, and then we'll go through all the brushes that I've got first. Now I'm going to start with the Madame Glam ones first. Now this is their ombre brush. Now I like their brushes, but some of the caps don't stay on very well, which you'll see in a minute, which I'll show you on those ones. Now this one is the ombre brush. Okay, now this one I usually use for glitter. If I'm ombreing glitter down or spreading it down, I usually use this one, because I have got another ombre brush as well, which is in my tin over there. Now, as you can see with this brush, you can see, if I put this card here, you can see that there's actual glitter in this brush. Okay, now there it's sticking out. Can you see that bit sticking there? The reason it's sticking out there is because I've put it in there and it hasn't gone in the cap properly. Now there's two ways of fixing that. Okay, if you can't get the bristles to go back together, you can put the bristles under hot water. Okay, and then what happens is the bristles straighten up again. I don't know how that works, but it does, and it really does. So you can do that. Now if it's still a little bit stubborn, right, and you had to cut something, okay, now I very rarely do this, but I'm going to show you anyway. Okay, if you had to cut something, you would go right to the bristles, right to the bit here, okay, and you would cut it there, like so. Okay, there it is there. And you'd cut it like that, and that should be absolutely fine. I just wanted to show you that there, you know, so you can cut it as long as it's at the end. So I'm going to put that back in. Yeah, you do have to be careful to put these back in, but I might give that a clean. See, as it's sticking out now, I'll probably give this a clean. Yeah, I'm going to leave the cap off that because I'm going to give it a clean. Now, next up, we've got the Ultra Liner. Now, can you see this cap? It's a bit bent. Yeah, I don't know why they're like that. It's only on the Madame Glam ones. It's funny. So this is the Ultra, what is it? Ultra Liner. It's a very, very detailed. It's got a very small, very tiny bit on the end, and it's great for doing details. So yeah, I do use that. And then I've got two application brushes. I'm going to show you those in a minute. Now this one here, as you can see, the lid doesn't stay on properly. This is a petal brush, okay, and I've used this a few times to do petals. Again, it does need a bit of a clean, but that's okay, because I'm going to show you how I clean them. Yeah, these are the application brushes. Oh no, sorry, that one's the detail. That's the detail liner. And again, that's got a very small nib there, but I can see that needs cleaning. You see, it's the gel is actually stuck. The bristles are stuck together. So that is definitely going to need cleaning, as you can see, look. So I'll leave that out as well. And then this one is the application brush, okay? Now, this one shouldn't be too bad. I've got gel in there, but it's gel that you clean brushes with. I'll show you in a second. So that's not too bad, but again, it's going to need cleaning. And then I think I've got another, have I got another application brush? Yeah, here. So this application brush, now you can see this one's hard. See how hard that is, look. Okay, that does need cleaning. I'm not very good with the application brushes, I do admit. I do get a bit lazy with them, but as you can see, it's hard on the bottom, and then on the top, it's just moving a little bit. So we will clean that. So that's the Madam Glam ones. And next up, I've got Cassie's brushes. Now, we've got a 9mm. I've used this quite a lot when I first got them, but then I went on to ball pits because I absolutely love ball pits. Nothing wrong with her brushes. Just because I don't like a brush doesn't mean that you won't like a brush. Everyone's different. Now, this one is the Squeaky Clean. I've used this so many times. It's for cleaning up, you know, gel. If you want to wipe it off. It's a well-used brush, that is. And then we've got the 5mm, sorry. Again, this is a well-used brush. It's a good brush. And then a lot of people use this one. I only used it a couple of times. This is the Sturdy Boy, and this is 15. This is a 15mm. So it's quite long. It's not one of my longest brushes, but it is a nice brush. And then we've got the Tino brushes. I will be cleaning these brushes. I use these brushes a lot. Okay, a lot. So we've got a 10mm. These are all got caps on. This one's probably not too bad. Oh yeah, see all the bristles? See, they're all separating. That's because this brush is nice and clean. That's good. And then we've got the 20. Again, the bristles are all separated. That's nice and clean. You just got to be careful when you put them back into the cap. And then we've got 5mm. That's not too bad because I recently used this one. Very, very small. It's nice. I like Tino's brushes. Well, I don't like them. I do love them. And this one is a 7mm. This one is, yeah, this one needs a bit of a clean. As you can see, the bristles are not separating. It's got little bits on it, okay? That will need a clean. But I'm not going to worry about that because the way I use my brush and then clean it afterwards, when I use it again, it'll be fine, which I'll show you in a minute. And then we've got application brushes. Now, these are MAKARTT's. I've had these since I first started. This one here, I use this. It's got a bit of tack on it because what I do is when I've cleaned my press-ons, if I'm selling any I pick the press-ons up with this, okay, and then I stick them in the box once they've been cleaned, and then that way I haven't got to touch them. So this one is a MAKARTT, and this is for, yeah, sorry, it's all right, I had to sneeze. And this one is for polygel. So you've got a spatula on one end, and then you've got the application on the brush on the other end. Now, as you can see, look, all the bristles are all separated. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly clean. It is a bit old, as you can see. It's worn out and stuff like that. But it's still a very, very good brush. I would actually still use it. So that's there. We've got a little bristle coming out there. That's where it's got caught in there. So again, you do have to be careful. Now, I think not long ago, I might have cleaned these with acetone because they was really bad. And spatula on the other one hand, and then you've got, yeah, so this has got gel in it. As you can see, the bristles are separating. Can you see? They're still separating, but not as much, and I can feel gel in it. And then we've got this one. Yeah, this is nice and clean. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a while ago, a few months ago, I might have cleaned these out with acetone, but I've only ever cleaned my brushes with acetone once, and that was these application brushes. I also did one of the application brushes for the Madam Glam because they were so bad. I just had to give them a good clean out. And yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. So this one is GLOWTIPS. And you got the bristles. Can you see it moving very slowly? It's not dried out or anything. It has got gel in it. It's fine. Absolutely fine. And then we're going to move on to these ones here are ball pits. Now these I use all the time. Okay. We've got the Twice as Nice. Very tiny, small end. Now, these are old because I use them all the time. See, that one's not separating. You think, oh, it's dirty. It's got gel in it. It's no good. Well, I'm going to show you in a minute. And then we've got, this is like a clean-up. You can use it as a clean-up or you can use it for shading. You know, if you had to wipe something away, you can use it for that. Or shading or anything like that. Again, the bristles are okay in there. It's just that these ones are a little bit older because I use them all the time. And then you've got the clean-up there. And this is Double Trouble. And then this end. Now, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Let me put that there. This one has a tiny, tiny little bend at the end. That is because when I put it in there, it must have got caught on the sides and it ended up bending it. I did put it under hot water and it has helped because it had it even more bent than that. So it has really helped. Again, this is a clean brush. And then we have this one. I love this one. This is the Little Miss and this is the 9mm. And this is this one. There's a little bit of gel in there. So that will need cleaning out. But I won't clean it out now. I'll just, when I use it, I'll show you what I do with it. And then we've got the other end. This is fine. Again, this is for cleaning up or for blending in or anything like that. Perfect. And then we've got these brushes here. These are VARNAILs. I haven't had these very long. On the ends, you've got what they are, okay? And then they're nice brushes. I think I might have only used this once. Again, this is fine. But what I don't like about it is it's quite wide. And you do have to be super careful when you get it in. This is a square one. I've used that a few times. And then we have, now this one I love this brush. Now this is a petal brush. It's called a multi, but it is a petal brush. But I love this brush. It's really good for cleaning up or anything like that. Yeah, I do like this brush. I've just started using it and I love it. And then we've got this rounded one. Might be a little bit of gel in there. And then this one, this tiny one. Again, this one says petal. You can use it as petal, but I would actually use it as a cleaning up brush or blending in or anything like that. That's them. And then we've got, we've got, this one is a new one. I haven't used this one yet. This is number 4. And I've got this for doing petals with acrylic. It's a gorgeous brush. But yeah, I just haven't got around to using it. It's really, really pretty. And then this one is from Dev. Yeah, Nails by Dev. And this is the square gel. Again, I've used this a few times. It's great if you're putting down gel. Or I use it if I want to do something square. You know, it's good for that. Yeah, do like this brush. I've used it a few times. And then we've got Nail Couture's. Now, I've had these from the start. I did used to have the set. You can get a set with little balls in it. You get red, I think it's red, pink, blue, and another colour. There's 4 in a pack, I think there is. And they're detailed brushes. I threw those out. I did throw those out. I had them from the start. And I just thought, oh, no, I'm going to throw them out now because they were so old. And I'd used them so much. So this is their Sailor. And this is their 3D Magic. Now this one, I've used this so much. As you can see, the end of it is looking, a bit, yeah, I've used it a lot. But again, you could do acrylic petals with this to make flowers and stuff. But before I got my blending in brushes, I used to use it for blending in or taking away or anything like that. So yeah, it's old, but I just want to keep it because it's an absolutely gorgeous brush. And then we've got their detail brush, very small detail brush. I haven't used this for a long time. That's that. Again, used to use this when I first started. And then we've got the acrylic one I'll show you in a minute. And then we've got this one. This one is an art brush. Again, very small. It has got gel in it, I can see. Can you see how it's not coming back? That has got gel in it. Again, old. And then I've got these two acrylic brushes. So we've got this one. This is the Sailor Moon. Okay, I love this brush. It's really, really nice. Now, it does feel a little bit dry, but I'm going to show you how to recondition it to keep it nice if you don't use your brushes very often, because I don't actually do acrylic very often. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And then this is my bestie, and this is my 12. I absolutely love this brush. It's such a nice brush. I'm not going to squash it down because I'm going to show you how to keep it nice when you're not using it. So we have that. And then I've got these brushes in my case. Now this brush, if you haven't got anything with lids on it, this is great because obviously it's got a little bit there so you can put all your brushes in. But I just wanted to show you these brushes. Now these two here, I haven't used this one. I still haven't used it. This is a 10 and this is from AIMEILI. I mean, it looks a gorgeous brush. It's so light. Yeah, it's really, really pretty. I should imagine it's really, really good. It's a number 10. I am used to using a number 12, but I did start off with a number 10. I did try an 8, but I didn't like it. And this is a MAKARTT one. I haven't used this one either. I'd say that's an 8 because it looks really small, but I do know their MAKARTT ones used to come up small, so it could even be a 10. Now, these brushes in here, I haven't used these. These are glitter bells. And they're just little detail brushes. Perhaps I did use this one. I might have used this one. It's very, very tiny on the end. So we've got 3 of those. I might have used them. And then these ones I'm going to show you in a minute. And then them ones there, we've got acrylic ones. This is glitter bells, and this is number 10. I love this brush. I've used it. It's actually got bits of glitter in it, actually, I can see. I do actually love this brush. It's a pinched brush and it's really, really nice. I can see glitter. Yes, it's got glitter in it. Now, I would highly recommend, if you're just starting out with acrylic brushes and you do get plastic ones like this with the glitter in it, I would always, this one I've top coated. Yeah, top coated it just to protect it, because sometimes you can get a monomer actually on the plastic and it will melt it away and it makes it look really horrible. So yeah, I do top coat them. But this is a really nice brush. I love using this. So we got that. But at the minute it's a little bit dry, so I'm going to show you how to, how to recondition it. This is from A&A Glitter and this is a number 12. Yeah, I've used it a few times. It's okay. It's just an okay brush. And then this one is from Nao Nails. Somebody gave me this. Who gave me this brush? Oh, I can't remember, but somebody gave me it. It's an okay brush. Again, it's okay. It's not bad. I usually do my swatches with that brush, or that brush or that brush. But anyway, I'll get into the acrylic last. And then these brushes here. Right, these brushes here, this is Dev's, one of Dev's brushes. As you can see, it's got gel in it. Can you see now with the gel? I hope this is bloody focusing. Yeah, it needs cleaning out. So we're going to clean that out. And then in here, we've got one of Dev's brushes. Nice brushes. I just haven't got round to using them. I've used that green one, I think. Yeah, I haven't used these at all. But they are nice. But this one's nice. This one is really nice. Okay. It's got a very small end. Now, if I was doing lines, like long lines or anything like that, I wouldn't use this brush. I'm going to show you the brush I'll use in a second. And then we've got the shady brush. Slim Shady, again, for shading and stuff like that. Okay. So let's get into the brushes that I couldn't do without. Okay. Now these 3 brushes, we've got one there, one there. Right, these 3 brushes here are from, I mean, don't look at them, they look a bit wild. Ignore that. They are from GLITTERPLANET, okay? There you go, GLITTERPLANET there. And they're the baddest liners. You get 3 in a pack, okay? I've had these since, well, I've had these 3.5 years. And, yeah, they're absolutely perfect. Now, when I'm doing lines, I always use this one, okay? When you see me do line work, it is absolutely brilliant for lines. It's just, yeah, it's so lightweight and so sturdy, and it's just absolutely perfect for that. Now, these ones you can do if you're doing small lines. I don't normally use this one too much. This one is the number 1. Okay, don't look at it. I know it's a bit wild, but again, you can put that under hot water to get those bristles stay together. And then we have that one. Yeah, that's the 0. I do like using this one as well. Again, it's great if you're doing, say if you're doing like a chessboard, you know, the black and white checkers. This is really good for colouring in anything like that, or doing the little short lines if you want to do short lines. Yeah, it's really, really nice. Right, okay, we're going to move on to the cleaning them now and how to store them. Now, if they haven't got caps in them, I would highly recommend getting a case and putting your brushes in cases, because any slightest bit of daylight or anything like that, you've got a bit of gel in that brush, and they are completely going to go hard. And yeah, it is hard to come back from like complete gel in it. You will have to put acetone in it. But like I said, you know, I think I've only put acetone on my brushes once, and that's it. Because yeah, you really don't need to, only unless they're absolutely buggered and you can't get any like acrylic out of your acrylic brush or the gel out of your brush. But I'm going to talk about that now anyway. So now I've got some in here. I've got a bit of kitchen towel. I wouldn't normally use this kitchen towel because this kitchen towel is got like little bits of dust in it. I don't really like this one, but it's all I've got at the minute. Now I use any cleanser. I have used this Light Elegance cleanser. It's great, but I'm in the UK, so it's really hard to get hold of. Now this one here, this is what I've been using at the minute. I got this on Amazon. It's perfect clean up. Okay, nail prep. I wouldn't normally use it for a nail prep, but I would wipe my nails, you know, make sure they're nice and clean. But it's for wiping away sticky, you know, your sticky layer or anything like that. But this is the one I use. Okay, it's a really big bottle. I've got 1 litre. And it's great, but I've used all sorts. I've used Kirsty Meakin's, Nails. I've used loads of nail prep ones, but you want the ones with the solution. So we've got a little bit in there. Now, say for instance, I'm going to use one of my brushes now, okay? So I'm going to use, any of these, all right? Any of these. I'll take the lids off them. Okay, so these are the 3 brushes that I'm going to use. Now, this one is nice and clean anyway. You can see all the bristles are separating. But I'm just going to put it in the prep. You never want to go down and stab it into the bottom of your dish, okay? You will damage the bristles here. They will get damaged, and they will get damaged up there as well. If you're pressing down like that, I'm going to show you anyway. There's the bowl. If you're pressing that down, right down like that, and you've got these bristles bent like that, okay, in time, you're going to damage your brush. You're going to damage the hairs up in your brush. Okay, so please don't do that. And then I'm just going to wipe it. Now, put your brush in and put it to the side. And if you have it on the side, you'll be able to see the bristles separating, which they are. This one is absolutely fine. It's nice and clean. I'm just going to give it a wipe. But as I put it down there, I should put my finger over it. I'll twist the brush. Okay, so I'm spinning the brush like that. So it's keeping it at a nice rounded. So it's nice and flat at the end. Okay, and that's perfect. This brush is clean. Again, if I was using this side, I'll put it in a bit of swipe and I'll just go down the sides. But again, this brush is absolutely fine. Now with my brushes, I like to put mine in the container. If you can lay them down, great, okay? But if you can't lay them down, because this is the side that I use all the time, you can see, look, there's, see it bent at the end. This is the one I use all the time. So I will put this like that into my cup, because if there is any liquids in there, it's just going to go down into the lid and it's not going to damage your brush. So let's have a look at this one. Again, I'm just going to put it in the solution and I'm just going to gently put it at the side, and you'll be able to put it at the side and you'll be able to see it fanning out. Okay, if it's fanning out, the bristles are fanning out, then this is clean. Let's have a look. Yeah, see, look, all the bristles are fanning out. So I'm going to put it back in there, and then again wipe it and swivel it, turn it, put it there and turn it round, and that brush is absolutely perfect. Now this one has got gel in it, can you see? Okay, so you're going to put that in. See, it's even bent now. You put it in, not down the bottom, just at the side, and I should just gently give it a little tap on the sides like so to get some liquid into it, and then I should put it on the paper, turn it round, do it again, and now I can see it feathering and it's opening up. Okay, in, turn it round. So let's have a look at it now. Yeah, nice and clean, see? Not stiff, nice and clean. Put it in, down the side, give it a little, and then perfect, that's ready to use. That's if I was going to use these brushes now. And then we've got the Tino ones. Okay, this one has got gel right at the end. Can you see the bristles? The bristles here have got gel in it. So again, I'm going to put it down the side and just give it a little turn. Okay, like so, like that, and then I'm going to put it in and turn it round and see if we can get it a little bit clean. You might have to like push down on it, you know, to get it a little bit cleaner. Okay, there's still a little bit more there, so do it again. Now, a lot of people use base coat on top. Is it base? No, don't use base coat. It's not top coat, it's base coat, sorry. Some people use base coat. I've never done it that way. I did try it once, I think. And yeah, it wasn't for me. But I'm going to show you how to use the application brushes, because you won't get your application brushes clean like this. Put it in, turn it round, and then hopefully this should be all out. Yeah, that's out. There's a little bit there, I can see it. There's a little piece of glitter in there. So I'm just going to try and get that out. And I think that's it. Again, put it in, just give it a little tap. And that is fine. There's a tiny little bit there, I can see. But yeah, that's fine. And then that side's fine anyway, but I'm just going to stick it in there just to recondition it and make sure it's nice when I put the lid on. Now this one, right, this one again has gel in it. Going to put it in, just give it a little shake. You can leave it there for a couple of seconds, but just tap it on the side. Give it a wipe. It'll probably need, no, that's actually cleaned it out. Yep, fine. This one needs doing, so I'll do this one. So every time I go and use one of these brushes, this is what I'll do. Now I can see this is fanning out in the solution in the wiper, but anyway, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Put the lid on those, and I shall put those away. Yeah, let me show you the application brushes. I want to get one that's really dirty, so we'll leave that one. Now this one, as you can see, has gel in it. It's not gone hard, but it has got gel in it. So again, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it in and just tap it on the side just to get this swipe on the bristles. Okay, and then I'm just going to give it a wipe like that. And then I'm going to do it again to the side. I can see it fanning out already. I'm going to put it in and then wipe. In and wipe. And that is fine. See, it's fine now. Absolutely fine. Put the lid on that. Then with this one, now if I'm these application brushes, if I'm using these for cream gels or anything like that, because that's what these are used for, okay? And what I will do is once I've finished it, I'm going to actually show you. Now, just pretend that's cream gel. It's not, it's just gel, but let's just say it is. With cream gels are harder, so they are harder to get out of the brush. So now this brush, pretend this brush is okay, but I'm going to give it a little clean. It probably is actually okay. It's probably just got a little bit of gel in it. Give it a good wipe. Yeah, this is fine. Right, so I'm going to use this. Okay, so I'm painting a nail. Right, it's got all that gel in it now. Okay, I'll finish using this brush now. I'm just gonna, in fact, should we leave it till last? No, let's do it now. So I'm going to put it in this, I'm going to put it in the tissue and I'm going to put it down like that and I'm going to give it a wipe. Now, because the gel's thicker, it is harder to get out. I like to use this one. I very rarely use this because I don't really use much cream gels. But this is the VARNAIL and this is the Now Brush Cleanser, Cleaner. It's really, really nice. I should imagine it's like a base coat. And what I do is I just stick a little dollop on there. Okay, and then I'll get my brush and then I'll put it in and then I'll keep going like this. And as you can see, it's working that red out. Okay, and I shall do this with all the gel that's in there and then I will wipe. Okay, I'm going to wipe it off now and then I will go in with another one, just one tiny drop, and we'll go again. And you can see there's still red in there. And I'll give it a wipe. And then, because this is a red, it's going to need a little bit more. Go in. Soak it up into the brush, as you can see now. And then just give it a wipe off. Now that's more or less out now. So I'm going to give that a wipe. A good wipe. And then I'm going to put it in here. And give it a clean in here. Remember, down the sides, wipe it off, go in again, and then wipe that off. Okay, that's clean now, as you can see. Clean. Now, if you want to, you can put a bit of this down on there. And you can put your brush in it and then you can leave it in and then you can put that your lid on the brush and it will be like how I showed you when I showed you the brush. It was sticking together. That's because it's got that gel in it. And that just keeps it nice. It keeps it clean. And yeah, it's perfect. So I'll put the lid on that. Now this one again, this one is an application brush. And again, you can see the gel in there. Can you see it? That's this gel here. So I'm going to get my solution, my clean up, and I'm going to go in with the cleanser. Go in with the cleanser down the sides. Just making sure that there's liquid in there. Okay, gently wiping it off. Go again. And gently wiping it off. Okay, that's still a bit jelly. Now, if you had more gel in there, now this one's not, this one's clean. If you had more gel in there, you could put this down and say you had a little bit of gel left in there, you can put this and you can clean it and it will come out. It will get all that gel out. If there was a colour in there or any glitter or anything like that, it would get it out. And then I should go in there. And this one's nice and clean anyway. But I'm going to show you with my ombre brush, because that ombre brush has got bits of glitter in it. Right, this is the ombre brush. It's got bits of glitter in it. So I am going to give it a bit of a clean with this. I'm just going to put a tiny bit down. Okay. Soak that up in the brush. And you just want to give it a clean. Like so. Okay. Put it down flat. Not bent like that, so the bristles are bent. Flat. Put a bit of tissue over it. And just press down and pull it through. Keep pulling it through until you've got everything out of it. You can have a look and you can separate the bristles like that. But I think that's probably it all out anyway. There wasn't much in there. There was only a little bit. Okay, now that's got that gel in it now. So I'm going to place it in here to get that gel off. Give it a wipe. Now this cleanser, I do use quite a lot of it. But I'd rather use a lot of this cleanser than keep buying brushes. Yeah, that's nice and clean. Now that will dry nice now. It will dry nice and fluffy again. Don't worry about that. This one really, this is the hard one. So let me show you this one first. I know this is a super long video, guys, but I just needed to show you. Now this one is really hard, as you can see. Can you see it? Okay. You think, oh my God, that's not coming back from nowhere. So, place some gel down and then get this, soak it in. Okay, pressing down very, very gently. Even flat, you know, because you don't want to damage the bristles. Okay, and then as you see there's a colour in there. Can you see? That's because there is actual gel in there. I'll press it down. And then I'm going to go in the cleanser to the sides and make sure it soaks in now. Right, I can feel it loosening up already. And then we'll give it a wipe. And then I'm going to go down with a little bit more. You only need a tiny bit of this, honestly. It probably is base coat. It's some sort of ingredients, acrylic, copolymer, or whatever that says. I'll put that there and you can see what's in the ingredients. It has got a funny smell to it, but I'll tell you what, it's bloody brilliant. It does say, let's see how it says, this brush cleanser liquid contains gel texture liquid with organic solvent that easily and quickly dissolves UV gel and acrylic paint. From the nail bristles. Sorry, I'm just reading it. Yeah, so yeah, brilliant. And then I'm going to go back into that little bit that's there. A little bit more. See the gel's coming out now, whatever gel it is in there I've used. I obviously haven't cleaned this brush. And then I'm going to press down. Oh, look, it's coming out now. Press down. Press down. Again, I'm going to go in here. And this is totally softening up now, look. Okay, in there. Now, I wouldn't normally get my brushes like this, but like I say, I've probably used it, not cleaned it properly, put the lid on it. It happens to everyone. Sometimes you're just like in a rush. Okay, I'm going to keep going down. Now, some people would just throw it in the bin and think, oh, they can't get this brush back, but they can. It's only gel in there. You've only got to get that gel out. A little bit more. That's really coming out now. go in the cleanser. Right, I'm just going to go in. Oh, look, it's all separating now, okay? See? I'm going to go in one more. Tiny little bit there. Just one more. And then I think we're done. Yeah, that's done now. It's got it out. Right, and that's it. It's nice and clean. See the bristles? All the bristles are separating. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. Might be a tiny little bit in there, but that's pretty much all gone. Now, like I say, you can put a little bit of this cleanser on it and you can leave it on. You can leave it on the brush if you want to. I won't bother with that. That's nice and clean. I'll just put my lid on that. And lid on, and then I shall put it in my box like that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. Now I'm going to put some gel down. We're going to put this red down. Tiny bit on there. Okay, so I'm going to use my brushes now. So let's say I'm going to do some line work. I'm going to pick this brush up here. Okay. It has got gel in it. Can you see it's different colour there? It's got black. It's had black gel in it. I've been doing black lines with it. So I'm going to put it in the cleanser. Okay, not down into the bowl. So I'm not going to do it so it's damaging the bristles or anything like that. I'm just going to go down the sides and give it a shake. Okay, put it in my tissue, put it down and give it a swirl. Give it a swirl, okay. And then I'm going to go in with my gel. I'll go in with the gel. Yes, you want to swirl it around. Okay, make sure it's all in the bristles. Let me hold it up. Hold your bristles like that, okay. But I would highly recommend that you don't press it right down to here, okay, and don't bend it in. I'm going to show you. So if you go like that, don't bend it in like that or bend it, because that in time will go like that and it will damage those bristles there. Okay, yes, you want to put it in the gel and you want to fan it out, as you can see all the bristles fanning out. That's perfectly fine, but don't ram it in there, because also you don't want gel all stuck in there either, because that will be difficult to come out, and then in the end your bristles will be knackered at the right inside that barrel bit there. So yeah, they're all covered in the gel now, as you can see. That's the gel. Okay, we're going to do a line. Okay, there's our lines. Okay, so that's the gel all loaded in the brush. I love this brush. This brush, I just love doing lines with this brush, and it's so easy to go over that line with this brush. It's just such a simple brush. So now that's all loaded up, okay, I'm going to leave that for the side for the minute. We'll leave it there, okay. And this one here, as you can see, it's had gel in it. So I'm going to put that in here and down the sides. I can see it fanning out straight away, even though it's had gel in it. Press it down, give it a wipe, and that is absolutely fine. Okay, fine. So I'm going to put it in again and give it a wipe. And again, we're using this gel now. I'm going to put my gel in it, swirl it around, and then what I like to do is put it in. Okay, so all the gel is on the brush, but then swirl, not swirl, like, I was going to say swivel, but not swivel either. Turn it round, you know, turn the brush round, okay, so you're getting a nice even amount on the brush like so. And as you can see, that brush has got an even amount on there. Let me just put some more gel down. Right, so that brush now has got an even amount down. Okay, you don't want to go in your gel and you don't want to load it up at the end like that. Can you see there's a big ball of gel at the end? Because obviously when you put that down, that's going to be a big ball, as you can see. See, there's still a ball there. There's still a ball there. Okay, I'd only use the brush like that if I'm, I mean, you shouldn't use a brush like that at all, but if I'm colouring in, say if I'm doing characters or colouring in something, I like to pick up a lot of gel to put it down. But to be quite honest with you, I've been using the petal brush, this brush here, not this actual one, but the VARNAIL one, and it's really good for picking up gel and for colouring in, because it's got, obviously it's got more bristles, so it's easier to colour in. Because when you put all the gel on, the gel will go to the end. As you can see now, there's still another ball on there. So put it down and twirl. Okay, twirl it. Now that brush is loaded up with gel. Okay. There's plenty of gel on that brush. Now it depends how you're going to press down on the brush, is how the lines are going to be. I don't really use this brush for long lines. I like to use that other brush. Okay. So yeah, that's that. Now that's got gel in it, both of the brushes. Okay. You're going to put it. I hope this is all making sense to everyone. You're going to put it down now. So I've finished using my brushes, right? Okay. And I want to use a different colour now. Okay, I want to use, let's say we want to use a white. So I'm going to put a white down. Right, we've got a white on the palette. And we want to use a white, sorry, and we want to use both of these brushes. So I'm going to put this down, tissue over it, wipe it and turn it. Okay, wipe it and turn it. Wipe it and turn it. Okay, put that one there. Again, do the same with this one. And now I'm going to put it into the solution. Give it a little tap around. Put it down. And wipe it and turn it. One more time. Right, that brush is nice and clean now. And then I'm going to give this one a clean. Shake it around. Give it a wipe. Now, I know the bristles are red, but don't worry. As long as there's no gel coming out of that, that is absolutely fine. Okay, there's no gel coming out of that at all now. Right, we're going to put some white down. Go in with my brush, go in, okay, give it a little shake, and then go in and turn the brush round, just so you're getting a nice, thin, even coat over it all. You can see it better on there, okay, and we're just going to go down, and do a nice line, okay, perfect. And I'm going to turn the brush over now, and I'm going to go down and do another line. Like so. That one's a bit thicker there. Depends how thick you want it. Okay, there's no red in there, no red at all. Again, I'm going to get this one. I'm going to go in the brush, give it a little turn around, little swirl, and then I'm going to put it in and turn it, put it in and turn it. You don't need all your gel up there, okay, and that is it. And then I'm just going to press down and do a line. Depending on how thick you want it is how much you want to press down. Okay, do another one. press down. Can you see that time I had a lot of gel at the end of my brush, so it's put too much of the gel down there. So do make sure you go in and twirl it so you've got an even amount over everything. I'm going to press down. Like so. Now if you've got a lot of gel like this on the end of your brush, it's just going to be a big clump of gel, as you can see. And you don't want that. You want a nice even amount. So that brush is all loaded up and ready to go and do anything now. Details or lines or anything. We're just going to go in the middle of here. Okay, you can swipe it like that. And that's it, guys. That is it. Now we've got the gel on the brush. We want to clean this off now because I'm going to pack my brushes away. I'm finished. So I'm going to get the paper towel and just wipe off that white. As you can see, the red's coming off with it now. There's still red on there. Give it a wipe off. Okay. And then put it in here. Give it a wipe. We'll do it one more time. And then that'll be it. I'll pack it away, but I shall pack these away in my box with the lid. And that's it. See the brush nice and clean. Okay, it's got a bit of red on it, but don't worry about that. Because the next time when you go and wipe it, it'll be absolutely fine. Well, that's ready to pack away. That's ready to pack away. These look a bit wild, so I'm going to put these in a bit of cleanser and just get the bristles together a bit. The bristles, sorry. It's only where they've been in my case. They're looking a bit wild. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the acrylic brushes. Now, some people forget to do this, yeah. It is important to do this because it will keep your brushes reconditioned and really nice, and yeah, till the next time you use them. Now, because I don't do acrylic much, I literally don't do it much. I wish I could do it more, but it's just the smell actually kills me off. And plus I got a dog and I think, oh, you know, is it like safe for him? But yeah, I don't mind doing it in the summer. I only did a couple of sets this year, not much at all. But yeah, I do like to do everything, but I do love glitter bells. I do actually love them. But anyway, so we've got the brush, okay? Now, I've got a bit of monomer in there, and I've got some towel there. Right, I've got some towel there, okay? Now, sometimes your bristles, they can get really dry and really horrible. And yeah, you just want to make sure that you didn't leave any acrylic in there either. So, you know, just go through your brushes every now and again. I'm not telling you to do it all the time. You know, just every couple of months, just go through your brushes and check them and make sure they're all clean and stuff. Because obviously, the longer you keep them, the more you keep them clean and look after your brushes, the longer they'll last, you know. It's like, I don't know if anyone knows, well, the people from the UK will, but only Fools and Horses, when he says look after your brush. Yeah, it always makes me laugh, and that's probably why I look after my brushes. If you don't know, Google it or look it up on YouTube. But yeah, it is quite funny. Only Fools and Horses. So anyway, I'm rambling on now. So here's my brush. This is my Glitter Bells brush. Okay, it's absolutely fine. There's nothing in this brush. It's nice and clean, but I want to keep it, you know, nice. You don't want them drying out because they can go horrible. So I'm just gonna pop it in my monomer. Okay, pop it down. Make sure the bubbles are out. Okay, I'm going to go up with it. Make sure it's nice and clean, which it is clean. Also as well, I do clean my brushes with monomer. Okay, if they're dirty, I clean them with monomer. Because if you're doing an acrylic set or you've used your acrylic brushes all day, for instance, you clean it with monomer. You don't clean it with acetone and stuff like that. It will damage your brushes in the end. So I'm going to go down. Like I say, this brush is nice and clean. Okay, all the bubbles are out of it. And I'm going to take out the monomer, like so. And then I'm going to pop it on my paper towel. And obviously I would, if this was dirty, I'd put it down on the paper towel, put my fingers over it the same, and just give it a turn around like that. Okay, make sure there's nothing in the bristles. If there was any glitter in there, you'd want that glitter out, just to make sure it's nice and clean. Now, I don't like my brushes fanned out. I like my brushes crimped, okay, and I don't mind them, you know, obviously when I'm using it they're out, but if I'm keeping them, I like to keep them nice and round. So I'll put that in. I'll take off the monomer. Okay, I hope this is focusing. I can see it unfocusing, I don't know why. And then I'll put it down and I'll turn my brush round. Okay, now as I say, this brush is nice and clean. There's nothing in this brush, it's lovely. I just wanted a little bit of monomer in there to keep it nice, okay, and not let it dry out. And then I'm going to pop that one away in its case because it hasn't got a lid. And I'm going to move on to this one. Again, this one's clean. I'm going to pop it in. Okay. Now, obviously, if I had anything in it, I'd want to give it a turn like that and then put my paper towel on it and go down and make sure everything is out of it. But like I say, this brush is clean. So I'm going to pop it down. And then I'm just going to put it in there and I'm just going to swirl it round just a little bit. That's just the way I like it. I did actually see a bit of glitter in there actually. Okay. That's nice and clean and put away, and it keeps it nice and dehydrated. Is it dehydrated? I don't know, but it just keeps it nice. This one. Do this one. Make sure there's nothing in it, which I don't think there is. And then I'm going to turn it around. Again, this brush is fine. It's just reconditioning it, that's what it's called. Pop that away. Now, this brush here, I love this brush. I've got two brushes that I love, this one and that one. I love this one because it's very long. Now, it's got a lid to it. Okay? It is slightly pinched, but not much. Now, this is probably dried out a bit. It's not too dry. Okay, yeah, it's not too dry. Okay? It has got a lid on it, and it is upside down in my box, but let's give it a clean. So I'm going to put some of the monomer on, go down, make sure the bubbles come out of it. All right, and make sure it's nice and clean, which it is, because like I said, I clean all my brushes when I've used them. This one's nice and clean. Now, the way to get it back into the lid, you do have to make sure that this is round, because everyone uses their brushes different. Some people use them flat like that. Okay, obviously you're not going to get that back in there. There's no way. I like to round them, like I say, but you know, you don't have to. So I'm just going to round it off like so at the tip. Don't forget, it's got monomer in there, and that's lovely now. And then I'm just going to pop it straight back in. And then I'll keep it upside down like that in my case over there. And then this one is the last one, my bestie brush, number 12. I'm going to take that out. Now, I did this one not so long ago because I did actually do an acrylic set. Is there glitter in here? I can see a little bit of glitter in there. Only a little bit, not too much. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a clean as well. And then you go like that. Press down. Pull it out. You can turn it round. And you can pull it out like so. But this is okay. This is an okay. This is good. Like I say, I always look after my brushes. And then I shall put this to a point again. Now, you have to do this when it's wet, because you will not get it back in the brush. In the lid, sorry. And this is a crimp one as well. And I'm just going to pop it back in there. If it wasn't to go in there, just press it down a little bit more. And then pop it in. And that's all the acrylic brushes. And that is just how you just recondition them. And that's it, guys. That is it. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, just how to clean your brushes, just a little bit of how I do it. I'm not telling you that you have to do it like that, but I do it like that and it works perfectly. As you can see, you know, I've just showed you all my brushes. They don't dry out or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, just give it a go and try and you try it and see what you think. But yeah, I hope that helped. And again, if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe and press the notification bell, guys. Okay, it's free to subscribe. Okay, and please give this video a thumbs up. I've also opened up a members. I've got 2 tiers. I've got one the Witchlings and one CONJURE10 COVENS. That's linked in my description box. I would love it if anyone or any of you would like to join and also join my Conjure Covens, because then I'm going to be doing some classes and stuff. So yeah, let's see if we can get a few more people. That would be absolutely amazing. And I think that's it. So I love you lots. You guys are the best. Okay, I love you all so much, and I think that is a super long video. But anyway, I hope that helped and I'll see you later. Bye.